Tak, dáme tam asi všechno na střední, to je klasika. Asi všechno v pohodě, obraz. Asi dám, ale... Přece obrazovku. Musím ho zapnout a uvidíme, jak to bude mázlý. Akorát to není furt. Přijde tam furt ve okně totiž. Že mě to nechá přes do druhé obrazovky. Tak, dobrý. Aha, zajímavé. Stát Massachusetts. Doufám, že se u toho nebudu moc bát. Už se bojím, dobrý. Takový dost rozmazaný mi to přijde, nevím jestli kvůli tomu, že má nějaký, že má pošaháno. Aha. No mu dobře hrabe. Co? Tak tohle je dobrý Brutus. Loď Charo, no. Tak moment, ještě zkusíme stlumit trošku zvuk možná. Tak, u nás si to trošičku stáhnu. A zatím to bylo docela dost brutální teda. První sen a tak co tady máme?
Never trust a tourist advertisement.
Monolith National Park is waiting.
Never trust a tourist advertisement.
Okay. Se docela pohybuje rychle ta postava. Foťák. V městě Oakmont, Massachusetts. Psychopatie a vitiny. Lidi vidí potápějící se město a přítomnost něčeho neznámého. Dobrá.
never have to use it, but something tells me I will.
Klíčový důkaz byl odhalen, teď jsem... Počkej, to mám se začíná vymyslet to ovládání. A tady s tím... Špolát zamířit je pravý. Interakce s objektem, jasně. Zbraně a jiné předměty, tabulátor, mapa M. Připnout důkaz na obrazovku X. Běh levej shift, chůze caps lock. Potřebnout levý, co teda? Ečko, Rko. Svítilné F, jo, třetí oko. Vyšetřovací spis, dobře. A... Všechny důkazy bude oddálený. A ten spis je Cčko, jo. Okay. Vyšetřovací spis. Hlavní případ, vedlejší případy žádný. A ten dopis... Jo, mapu nemám. Poznatky. Ta zvláštní ryba na dřevěné desce vypadá jako živá. Fuj. A proč tam mám furt ten otazník? Jo, tohle mi zmizlo. Dovednosti mapa. Dobře. A myslím, že chodí docela rychle, když jenom chodí, tak já budu asi zatím jenom chodit, než si na to zvyknu.
Now get out!
Get out.
Now get out!
Jsi příjemný, kamaráde.
At last, Mr. Charles Reed. What a pleasure to finally meet you in the flesh.
Nice to meet you.
Johannes van der Berg, at your service. I did promise to meet you the moment you arrived.
Ten, co mi posílal ten
Much
dopis asi,
obliged,
ne?
Mr. Vanderberg. I guess I didn't expect you to
Má
meet
ty
so
rudý oči
literally.
nevyspalý.
Please call me Johannes. But where are my manners? Welcome to the proud city of Oakmont. Alas, now is not its finest hour, though it is its most important.
Pěkný kvádro.
Reaching Oakmont was no easy task. Most maps I found didn't mark it, and this rickety packet ship is the only one that sailed here. Why is that?
Oakmont is no ordinary place. Its unique geographical position and the flood, a recent natural disaster, make it nigh impossible to reach. But you made it, Mr. Lee. I'm sure the tides of fate would have brought you here one
Už jenom
day
to,
or
že není na
another.
žádný mapě, je poměrně zajímavý.
Tell me about this flood.
It began 6 months ago. Storms raged for several weeks, and the water has risen ever higher without receding. Now the city is cut off from the mainland. I must say I rather like it, despite the inconvenience. Atmosphere, you know?
You said you know someone who can help me with my problem. The visions have been getting worse.
Such vividness of dreams is not uncommon here in Oakmont. By chance, the man I spoke of, Robert Throckmorton, is already...
Takže to město teda láká lidi, kteří mají podobné vidiny o vodě, oceánu a nějakých potvorách mořských.
Alas, I fear he has a more pressing matter on his hands.
How can I find Mr. Throckmorton?
Don't worry, you can't miss him. Throckmorton tends to stand out from the crowd.
Need tell me a little about Mr. Throckmorton?
A remarkable creature, scion of a robust bloodline.
Pozoruhodný tvor.
A scholar, and the patron of the famous Oakmont University. A man of great ambitions and even greater ego. Do not make him wait.
To je nějaký potvorák divný, ne?
I'll need a place to lay my head while I'm here. Any recommendations?
Fear not. I've already feathered a nest for you. There's a room in your name at the Devil's Reef Hotel. Here's the key.
Sounds charming.
Don't judge a book by its cover, Mr. Reed.
Teda nic dělat.
What's the best way to get around Oakmont? I'd like to drop my things at the hotel.
Most locals go by foot, or by boat. I've got the latter sorted for you. There's one waiting outside the port.
You're too kind, Johannes. Can you steer me towards the Devil's Reef?
Take this map. I've marked the hotel and a few other key places.
Konečně mapa, super.
How do you fill your days, Mr. Vanderberg?
I host a
Vanderberg.
philosophy club for the like-minded intelligentsia, gathering seeds of thought, like moths
To je
drawn
taky
to
divný týpek stejně tohle.
Does Oakmont really have much of a market for philosophy these days?
There is no consciousness without pain, Mr. Reed. No better moment for clarity than times of hardship.
Other places? Like what?
You're a private eye, yes? Well, I've highlighted the police station, city archive, newspaper, places you'll need to get to the truth. This city is insular, its ways mysterious. No one will take you by the hand, so you better know where to turn. in search of
Zajímavé. Pojem.
That's it for now, I think. Thanks for helping me get my bearings.
No, no. The pleasure was mine.
Nevím, jestli tady je možný víc možností. A třeba kdybych se ho zeptal na jeho skvělé kvádro, na což jsem se ho moc ptát nechtěl.
I'm the kind of
Bych ho
man
neprudil, jestli by to nějaký vliv mělo, myslím si, že skoro asi ne.
We'll meet again, Mr. Reed.
Temko. Jo. To je ten člun, přístav. Aha, tady jsou přímo. Ty máme docela složitý menu teda. Ďáblův útes, jo. Kam to mám umístit? Kde je hospoda? To on čo? Jak to tam dám? Jo, aha, takhle. Ne, to nechci. Oči, až to tam pasuje, tak to nemůžu dát pryč, jo? Aha. V přístavu mají chlapíka. A tahle sta pryč... Jo, jde taky. A... Tak tyhle nevím, kde jsou. No nic, najdem. Takže musíme najít toho týpka, on by nám měl říct něco dalšího o těch vidinách, tak to jsem zvědavej. Za A, jestli ho najdeme, a za B, jestli nám teda něco řekne. Tady k tomu se nedá vyšplhat. Dobře potetovaný chlapec. Halo?
The end is nigh. It will begin again. What is down comes up. The seed is sowed. The end is nigh. It will begin again.
No, jak myslíš?
Down comes up. The seed...
A to asi vypadá na toho pána, že?
I don't care about your petty excuses. No one leaves the port until my son is found, and that
No,
is
vypadá jak
fine.
opice.
Excuse me. Are you Robert Throgmorton?
I am, but not interested. Go away.
The name's Charles Reed. I'm a private investigator, just arrived from Boston. I was told you might be able to help me.
Private investigator, you say? Well, perhaps we
To
can
vypadá jak
help each
opice.
other.
Máte taky nezvyklý vzhled, na to se snad ani radši ptát nebudu.
If I may ask, what happened to your son?
Why do you care? What's your angle, outsider?
Well, like I said, I'm a PI. Finding people is kind of my specialty.
Is it? Well, Albert was part of a deep-sea expedition I commissioned. This useless fool over here says he found Albert washed ashore in a lifeboat. Says he was barely conscious, out of his mind, talking gibberish in some other language. But he even tried to bite him.
And you don't believe him?
Complete malarkey. I know my Albert. I raised him strong, smart, the best of his kind. It couldn't have been him. Albert's disappearance is the work of Innsmouthers. Mark my words.
I take it you're not the biggest fan of these Innsmouthers.
Those fish-faced freaks have overrun this city since the police
Zmutované
burned
rybí ksichty,
Innsmouth
jo.
to the ground. But now, those filthy migrants occupy half this damn city. The port, Grimhaven Bay, Salvation Harbor, the shells. They are everywhere.
So they're just refugees.
Hardly. They've taken work from the local fishermen. They stir and agitate against us, the Throgmorton family. We are the pillar of this community.
Ale
not
bude
to
hodně asi
mention
těch
the
rozhovorů,
crime rates
tam
have
nemá smysl do toho moc nějak zasahovat.
Simply speaking, they are a big sticking pile of trouble.
Please forgive the question, but I've never met a man quite like you before.
That's because no man measures up to the Throgmorton lineage. Proud and powerful blood flows through our veins. My father united with a certain royal family, which has blessed all our offspring with these exquisite features.
I've heard you're the man to speak to about
Vypadá jak
visions,
opičák.
outbreaks of hysteria. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it myself.
Another newcomer with another problem. Yes, I know what you speak of.
Can I ask you a few questions?
How dare you? My son Albert is missing, and no one in this Innsmouth-ridden city will do a damn thing. But yes, let's talk about your dreams.
Mr. Throgmorton, let me help you. I'm rather good at tracking down missing people. I'll find Albert.
What makes you think you can do it? Oakmont is not exactly friendly to new arrivals.
Let's just say I tend to see things that others miss. And anyway, what have you got to lose? Sounds like you could use every man you can get.
Vera, you have a point, newcomer.
Sorry, did you just say Vera? What does that mean?
You had better get used to the Oakmont dialect, outsider. That is, if you want to fit in. It is a fascinating blend. Vera means fine. I was saying, we have a deal.
I see. Thank you. I need to know more about what happened to Albert.
Dane, did you not listen at all? I already told you everything. After leaving on the expedition, Albert was found on the shore in a lifeboat. This fisherman supposedly brought him to the house, and then left to call me. But when I arrived here. My son was nowhere to be seen.
Anything else?
Clearly, something suspicious occurred inside the house.
Tak jo,
I
vyrazíme do
suggest you
baráku.
stop dawdling and go see
K
for
místnímu
yourself.
rybáři.
Where's the house where this all happened?
For Kay's sake, I thought you were a private eye. Was standing right in front of it.
Ty seš hajzl.
You mentioned a lifeboat. Is it still around?
Yes. Face the house, then to the left is a beach that borders a fence. You'll find it there.
As much as I'm enjoying the weather, Mr. Throgmorton.
No takže tady máme první zkušební případ, no.
Find my son, newcomer, and be quick about it. I gave you clear instructions.
To je tady
did
ten
I
barák?
not?
Asi jo. Pěkná bambitka, kámo.
I've said everything I know. I've said everything I know.
Don't do anything stupid, newcomer. And keep your hands where I can see them.
Co? Říkal vlevo kolem toho baráku je plot? Vpravo kolem toho baráku je plot. Já se budu muset přečíst, to už pěšně zapomněl. OK. Paměťový palác. Jo, to jsou ty dedukce jako v tom. Ty dedukce jsou de facto úplně stejný. A jako budou... nebo jako byly v tom, v Sherlocku Holmesovi, jenom se musí spojovat ty informace dohromady. Já jsem akorát teda nestihl, kde měl být ten člun. Aha, to je ono.
You like it here, newcomer? Well, get used to it. No one leaves Oakmont nowadays.
No one leaves.
Can't catch a mackerel since those Innsmouthers took over the fishing business. Can't catch a mackerel since those
You like it
Innsmouthers
here,
took over the
newcomer?
fishing business.
Tak
Well,
dobře, tady měl
get
nějaký
used to it.
harpuny.
No one leaves Oakmont nowadays.
Where's your Oberon, huh, Titania?
Titania.
Where's your Oberon, huh, Titania?
Helma. Tam je nějaký bordel na tom.
Something with this helmet gives me chills. What's wrong with it?
Vstupujte do hlubin, je tam nečitelné. Všechny důkazy byly odhaleny. Teda se podíváš do toho baráku teda. Fuj, co to je za hnusný červy. Aspoň takový ty drobný věci by mohl přeskakovat sám, zatímco jsem tam dvakrát zaseknul. A pustí mě do toho baráku, nebo ne? Aha. Ono se nemusí otvírat dveře, se do toho stačí vrazit, teď jiný.
The book is damp and damaged, but clearly well cared for.
Tady je nějaký křížek. Jo, se musí držet. Čokr.
Huh. Is dog mat looks better than the owner's bed.
Jestli tady na mě něco bafne, tak se poseru. Rybky, 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 rybky. Ty vole, já jsem selek, on je tady policajt.
Let's see what you find, newcomer.
To všichni strašně
It would
příjemné.
take tremendous effort to move this thing, let alone tossing it over like this. It would take tremendous effort to move this thing, let alone tossing it over. Hey, can you hear me?
Oh, my head. What? Who are you? Are you police? I've already told them everything.
It's okay. I'm Charles Reed, Private Eye. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son.
Oh, okay. What do you want?
Tak já mám asi jasno, že tam
I
něco
wanna know
viděl,
what
ne?
happened
Zbláznil
here.
se z toho.
Every detail.
I don't remember much. Me, Paul, and Lewis. We were here. This is our house. Barry was outside on his business. Then he came back carrying Throgmorton's son. He was unconscious, barely breathing. Barry left again to call Mr. Robert.
Then what?
We put the guy in Lewis's room. And he started to make these horrible sounds and... Okay. My head began to burst. And he woke up. And after that, I don't remember a thing. Just dreams. Drowned streets, a sleeping giant, a voice that called me...
That sounds familiar.
To ty samý vidění, co má on totiž.
Name's Will Hammond. I'm a fisherman. We all are. Live here together. Me, poor fella Paul, Barry, and Innsmouther Lewis Flynn. We moved here after the flood. I worked on the railroad, but the rail ain't kicking anymore, so I started fishing. It was at or starve.
Who is this K you keep mentioning?
Outsiders, show some respect. K is our lord, our light, our love.
Sorry, I didn't know. Where are all the other guys?
That's Paul there on the floor. K be with him. Barry's outside with Mr.
Paul je mrtvé,
Throgmorton.
jo.
I keep asking
Tady je
Mr. everything, and I have no idea what Lewis or Throgmorton's son got to. Starting to suspect the worst.
Do you know how Paul died?
I don't know. When I pulled myself together, he was already gone. May he have mercy on his soul.
I'll
Okay.
leave you to it. Take care of yourself, Will.
Please, detective, sir, tell me the truth. Could it be me? Did I kill Paul? Or, hey, did I kill him?
I don't know yet, Will. The police will stop anyone coming in or out of here, so I suggest you just try and get some rest.
I'm afraid of what I might dream. My head! I still hear the
Má hlasy v
voices.
hlavě. Hej, tady pěkná děura. Tak, tady pročíhnu, zkusím najít nějaký důkazy pořádný.
Choo choo.
Aha, oni dělají na železnici vlastně.
Choo choo.
Tak, vybereme jim chlast. Tak
I
tohle
can
Paul,
barely
jo.
recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp.
Vypadá dost nechu. What? Č mi hrabe?
Five cards short of a full house. 5 cards short of a full house.
Hej, tady to mi bude asi brzo
I'm surprised they don't have someone's portrait here.
Glenna, Nehri, Glenna, Gebheil, Nugulina,
What? Okay.
Never seen knives like this before. Masterful work. Seems like Prohibition hasn't affected Oakmont too much. So, that's what an Innsmouther looks like.
Aha, oni vypadají jako ryby teda.
So, that's what an Innsmouther looks like.
Co? Já tam nechci, já se toho bojím.
Glenna, Nehri, Glenna, Gebheil, Nugulina,
Do prdele, jsem pod vodou. Hej, jsem z toho zmatený docela.
What's happening?
Dobře, že něco se mu stalo, oni do toho začali zdrhat.
Take this, ape face.
Tady se mlátili nějak mezi sebou z nějakého důvodu.
Yeah, run!
Okay, let's see what we have here.
Yeah, run!
Ne. Přesně, podle mě to je takhle po pořadě, si myslím. Že nejdřív se mu tady něco stalo. Začali nahánět, oni po něm šli a on teda se rozhodl.
Yeah, run!
When Albert Throgmorton woke up, he was not himself. He attacked the fishermen and his hysteria spread to them. When he got wounded, he fled.
Fuj, co to bylo za pič? Všechno z toho hrabe.
There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee.
Ed, I still hear those voices.
Let's see what you find, newcomer.
No dobrá, to zkusíme trošku poskládat. Jasně. Poznatky. Paměťový palác. A to musí... Je takhle. Ale tak jdem dedukovat. Ne. že jsem to vybral teďko, si vůbec nepamatuju. Okay. Tady to se moc povídat nebude, teda si myslím. No tak jo. Takže využijeme naši další schopnost a půjdeme teda ven, kudy on vyskočil a zkusíme ho vystopovat. To je ta děura. Ty piča, jsem se lekal. Ještě na druhou stranu, no.
So the fisherman pursued Albert, even let off a few shots.
Aha.
Even though Albert was wounded, he managed to climb that high. Robert wasn't exaggerating when he said he raised him strong.
Ty pracky všude. Skladiště. Oh shit. Trošku bojím, co tady najdu. Je krev. Kapsa.
There's something in the pocket.
No. Krev.
The blood is fresh. Whomever it belongs to could
Tak
not
já
have
budu
got
mrknout
far.
radši nejspíš nejdřív nahoře a pak teprve půjdu do sklepa. Ve sklepě čekám nějaké nemilé překvápko. A možná číhnu ještě nahoru. Dobrý. Ty vole, na mě vče bafne. Mám zamčený? Lítá nějaká moucha někde. Mám strach? Ty na něčem byl fyzický.
fatal
syn, co?
round through the forehead. That's no accident. This was deliberate.
Že ho zavraždili.
One fatal round through the forehead. That's no accident. This was deliberate.
Pak ho tady zamkli teda, jo. OK. Si aby ho nikdo nenašel nebo něco. No ale ten jeden rybář třeba pořád chybí. To znamená, já se podívám do toho paměťového paláce. A oni asi zabili kvůli dluhům nebo něco takového. Aha, OK. Tady nakombinovat. OK. Tady ty dvě nejdou nakombinovat, jo? To spolu asi nesouvisí nějak. No tak půjdem do krčmy. Tady asi víc to už nenajdu. Tak to tady očíhnem. Krčma v Oklonském přístavu je kde? Jo, tady musím takhle. OK, jdeme. Se skočí to? Jo, dobrý, se skočí, paráda. Počkej, já se tam nedostanu. Proč?
The port is closed by order of Robert Throgmorton. Back off. The port is closed by order of Robert Throgmorton. Back off.
Já se potřebuji dostat jenom do toho baru. Krycí písek. Asi nedovolí, co přenést. Nebo to je tenhle ten bar? Ne, to je jiná. Nebo je to tohle? Musíme. Proč já mám tu značku tady? Jo, to je přístav. Jo, tady je ta krčma. Tak nic, sorry.
Oh. Hey, got a spare bullet, fella? I ain't eaten in days.
You look familiar, but old Billy hasn't seen you around.
Starý Billy.
You look familiar, but old Billy hasn't seen you around.
Dobrý den. Krčma pod Kýlem.
I'll miss the carpenter's food giveaway with this darn port closure.
Stay alert. Monsters lurk underground. They're everywhere.
Jsou jich plný sklepy? Co? Dobrý den.
Come closer, troubled soul. Let me tell you what your future holds.
You're some kind of fortune teller?
Yes, my dear, yes. Oh, it's so clear. Your path holds many surprises, newcomer.
Tak
Really?
schválně, pojď.
Like what?
Not so fast, newcomer. I see many things. For a small fee, I'll tell you some of them.
All right, how much? $1?
Your money has no value here, newcomer. After the flood, Oakmonters deal in the practical. Booze, smokes, and bullets. And I'll make it easier for you. I don't smoke.
Let's hear what my future holds.
Good. Let me focus. The sea will be generous in the coming days. Many gifts delivered, and many will regret partaking.
I don't think I follow.
I see old and new. A hard heart against an iron will. Whoever wins, you win too. But you'll only see that from inside a metal cage. And tall pillars, circled by the dead. A race from one to the next.
To je výborná
as
věžba.
time itself laughs.
To říká všechno a nic.
I think I'd like my bullet back.
It is what it is. The truth will out soon. Me, I just caught an early glimpse.
Why do I feel like I got scammed?
Pane bože.
Welcome
Just-
to Under the Keel. What do you want?
I'm looking for a man by the name of Lewis Flynn. Any chance he's here?
Yeah. Even if I knew, I don't rat to newcomers.
Robert Throgmorton hired me to investigate his son's disappearance. I found the note about your debt to Lewis near his cold, dead body. And it looks like Lewis murdered Robert's kid. You want him to come here and ask instead of me?
What?
Don't what me. At best, you're harboring a criminal. At worst, you're an accessory to murder.
What? No. I ain't done nothing.
Tell that to Mr. Throgmorton.
No. No. Throck. Lewis is upstairs. Here's the key.
Smart man. There's your good deed for the day. I've seen some unsettling creatures around. Like nothing I've ever encountered. What are they?
So you met a wild beast, newcomer. No one knows what they are, but consider yourself lucky to still be in one piece. They arrived in the flood. Some say they come from the sea. Others that they are Kay's punishment for us.
And what do you say?
If it bleeds, you can kill it. Keep your gun handy. And if you want to erase the memory, I sell a perfect cure right here. Remember, better to be a coward and live than brave and dead. Unless you're a newcomer.
Bye.
Takže máme klíč od zhora, jo? Super. Můžu jít sem, nebo mě vyhodí? Můžu sem jít, to je dobrý. Sebereme mu věci. Tak. Takže jdem pro něj nahoru. Asi jo, asi se nebudu vracet.
What the? Get them! Oh.
Doufám, že se mnou nebude bojovat ten parchant.
Hey, who are you? What are you doing?
Jo, to je
Charles
rybák.
Reed, private investigator. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son Albert, so I think you know why I'm here.
Throg. That darn bartender. It was all that crazy ape's fault. You hear me?
Calm down. I only want to speak, for now. But no, if you reach for your gun, you'll hit the floor faster than you can say poetic justice.
I got nothing to hide.
Proč vypadáte tak divně?
Start at the beginning. What happened?
We were in our house, me, Paul, and Will. Barry'd gone to the sea. So I told him that it would only bring bad luck. If he'd listened to me, we'd all
Asi
still
nemá
be
smysl se tady
alive.
ptát, protože
Come
vypadají
on,
všichni tak divně.
Focus.
Right.
Focus.
Well, Barry dragged that damn ape to our house. He was bragging about how much Mr. Throgmorton would give us for saving his son. But that ape, he was out cold. Then woke in an instant and started screaming, attacking us. After that, can't remember a thing.
You shot to kill. No warning, no second chances. You pursued Albert even after he fled. Why?
I can't remember it. When he woke, it was like a bloody mist descended over me. First thing I recall after is that darn warehouse and me covered in blood. I had no idea what happened, though. I suspected it had something to do with that ape. Turns out, I was right.
The things you did to Albert don't look like a bloody rage. A fatal shot to the head, a hidden body. One might start to wonder if it was deliberate.
I don't know what to say. I wasn't myself.
I hear there's a bit of a feud between the Innsmouthers and the Throgmortons. Care to fill me in?
Those apes hated us from the moment we arrived in Oakmont. Our home was destroyed. We just needed a place to stay. The Blackwood Grand family sheltered us, but others were not as hospitable. We needed jobs, food, and medicine. The city denied it all.
And so?
We had to fight for every crumb of bread. And those Throgmortons in their high castle only made our life harder, always conspiring behind our backs, always setting people against us. I'd love to see them suffer like we suffered.
You mentioned a grand family. What do you mean?
So you're a newcomer, huh? Explains a lot.
Yeah, a newcomer with a gun. Answer the question.
Okay. People here are crazy about bloodlines and tradition and reputation. The head honchos of Oakmont called the Grand Families. There's the Carpenters, who control most of the city's underworld, the Blackwoods, who share kin with Innsmouthers through the Marsh family.
And let me guess, the Throgmortons.
Right, those filthy apes. Now that most of the Blackwoods are gone, there's nobody left to protect us Innsmouthers.
What kind of... why do you... your face, it's,
Oh, so you're here to attack me just because I look different to you? Want to spit on me, whisper to your friends? What's new?
no, I'm sorry. I didn't know how to ask. I've just never met someone like you before. I didn't mean any offense.
Innsmouthers' bodies were blessed by the she. You're gonna see a lot of us here, so you better get over it. We are proud of who we are.
I think I've got all I need.
Please, Mr. Reed, don't tell Throgmorton about me. I know I'm in no position to ask. I didn't want to do whatever it is I did. Honest, have mercy, please. I have a family. Without me, they'll starve.
This is not exactly cut and dry.
Počkej, tak udělal to jako to jedno, jestli byl...
Perhaps I can offer something to grease your grinds. I still have a few bullets on me.
You think you're the first person to offer me a bribe?
Please, Mr. Reed.
Now, don't try my patience further, Mr. Flynn.
Všechny důkazy byly odhaleny. Takže si to spojíme. Jo. Dobře. Byly nalezeny všechny stopy, jo. Čekaj, kde to nakombinuju? Jo, tady. Takže máme dvě možnosti. Buď ho chtěl zabít vědomně. Spíš vypadá takhle. Nebo... Ty vole, tak... Já nevím, proč se sám rozhodnout. Ještě nepřijde, že by ho chtěl zabít jenom protože byl opičák. Spíš vypadá, že po nich fakt šel, no. Asi tohle si myslím. Jako teoreticky je možný obojí, no, ale tak podle toho, co by zatím řekl, se musí nějak potvrdit nebo něco. Nevím, jestli je dobrý lhát tomu opičákovi, no. Jako zabil ho tak jako tak? Hej vole, já nevím. Zabil ho, no. Co tady je za kočku divnou? Nějaká krabokočka, fajn.
Mr. Throgmorton, I've encountered something.
What? I don't have all day.
Some unusual creatures, and they sure weren't friendly.
You've seen a wild beast, Mr. Reed. I'm somewhat surprised to see you still alive. Those unsettling things appeared after the flood. I've commissioned a few studies on them, but we know little more than when we started. They're aggressive, but fortunately not immune to gunfire.
Yeah, I learned that firsthand.
Try to avoid them when possible. And when you can't, keep your weapons handy.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm afraid I have bad news.
No.
Yeah, I found your son in the basement of a nearby warehouse. I'm sorry, but he was murdered. Shot in the head and the body hidden.
No. It cannot be true. No, no, no. I don't believe it. No.
I've tracked down your son's murderer.
Where? Who is he?
Já nevím, co vám říct. Jako zabil ho, zabil, no, jestli byl vyšinutý nebo ne. Je to důležitý.
Just as I suspected, the Innsmouther Lewis is responsible for your son's murder. He's hiding at the local bar. Just ask the bartender. Seems like he had a bone to pick with your family and took it out on Albert.
Oh, that scum won't be getting off easy. The whole city shall see what happens when you cross the Throgmortons. Justice, bittersweet as it is, shall be served. It's rare for a newcomer to make himself so useful. Thank you.
Mr. Throgmorton, I hate to press you, but do you think you could help me now?
Yes, you've earned it. Gay to think a newcomer barely off the boat solves a crime the police couldn't, but I digress. Remind me, what brought you to a...
Super, nemyslím, že to tak bylo, ale... ale prostě ho zabil, no. O tom není diskuze.
I think I'm going mad, Mr. Throgmorton. I see things, visions, and I needed to stop. I was drawn here, or guided, or I don't know. But I believe the source of this madness is here, in Oakmont.
You're not wrong, Mr. Reed. An inexplicable hysteria spread through Oakmont after the flood. I funded an expedition to explore recent geological activity that may be responsible.
A geological expedition? I'm not sure I follow.
I have reason to believe the flood and this madness have the same source. As above, so below. So I sent men to find out.
You mentioned the flood. You think it's more than just a natural disaster?
We weren't here, Mr. Reed. What happened defied scientific explanation.
Has your expedition found anything?
I do not know. Albert was part of it. His passing cannot be coincidence. Why was he alone at the port? And where are the others?
Do these cases of hysteria involve shared visions as well?
Since the flood, many Oakmonters have had similar nightmares. Indeed, Professor Doe, the expedition leader, complained of them herself.
Waterlogged ruins with unnatural architecture, a sleeping giant, drowned streets, and a voice calling from the depths.
Her words exactly. She proposed the expedition, desperately wanting to find the cause.
You think your son was killed because the expedition uncovered something?
Is it so hard to believe? I had no news for a week, then Albert, the only one I could trust, comes ashore and is killed.
It does sound suspicious.
Mr. Reed, I want you to find out what's going on. I expect you're as interested in the expedition's results as I am.
If I'm going to look into this, I'll need to know more. Where should I start?
I'll give you the address of the expedition's headquarters and a key.
That's all you can tell me?
Let me be clear, Reed. You do not speak to me like that again.
I'm sorry, Mr. Throckmorton. I just meant the more I know, the better.
I am a busy man. I funded the research but left all preparations to Professor Doe and Albert. When you've finished, come see me at the Throgmorton family manor. It's in Old Grove. Here, I'll show you.
What about my expenses?
They will be reimbursed after you complete your task. And of course, you've earned some compensation for your work here at the port. I'll also include a fair advance in bullets.
Bullets?
The dollar lost its use here, Mr. Reed. After the flood, Oakmont returned to bartering. Bullets mean more than bills.
No dobrá. Případ uzavřen. Ztracení moře, takže máme klíč. Máme popis té expedice, jo, nemáme nic v paláci, takže jdeme na mapu. Můžu se ještě podívat, co jsou tady ty... Co jsou tady ty trojky. 3, 2, 1, to jsou asi jenom čísla těch mol, ne? Jestli se tady nedá s někým pokecat. Fuj. Možná nebudu trávit čas tím, že tady budu obíhat, mám prostě jasný ten, dostat se do té expedice, do toho sídla, tak asi půjdu tam a tam uvidíme, no. Pro mě to sem stejně pak asi dostane zase znova. Já si to já se modlím.
Join in, newcomer. Praise the sea with us.
Praise the sea. Praise the fucking sun. Redakce. Stanice. Nemocnice. Temočlun, jo. Co je tohle? Radnice. Sídlo Troubergu a... Kde mám označený to sídlo toho, ty expedice, tohle? Ne, to je sanatorium. Coverside, na křižovatce ulice Asher Road a Hubbard Avenue. Cože? Asher Road a Hubbard. Asher Road a Hubbard. Asher Road. A kde je ta Hubertova? Jo, tady. Takže tady dáme značku. OK. OK, tak já půjdu asi nejdřív do hotelu. Tak. Jdem se ubytovat, tak neběhám furt s tím baťohem. Jako vypadá to hodně zajímavě.
Hey, knock it off.
Jde. Tak, cesta volná, super. A už mu asi jebe. No do prdele. To je ta podmořská sviňucha nějaká. OK. Takže úkol je jasný, no, najít všechny ty zbylý z té expedice, zjistit, co ta expedice dělala, případně na co přišla. Dobrá tedy.
Crew of the Cyclops. Semper Fortis, brothers.
Můj deník čas první, jo. Zajímavý.
Never again, they say. Never again, they say.
Okay.
No matter how much of this I chug down, the visions always return.
Tinktura opia, yummy. Yeah. Výletník. A teď mám co? Přivandrovalce? Si asi zatím přivandrovalce nechám, když je venku tak hnusně. Morový lékař. Šílený sektář, cože? To je pičovina. Čili odlehčený přivandrovalec a přivandrovalec, jo. No asi si necháme odlehčenýho, ne? Baťoch nebudu nosit sebou, když ho nechám tady na pokoji. Takže jsme vyprovokovali tady nepokoje. Vandenberg bude taky nějaká divná osoba. Podle mě vůbec neexistuje Vandenberg. To je určitě jenom nějaká moje vidina vlastní.
Makes this place feel more like home. I miss Boston already.
Private detective. Zamčeno. Tady bydlel někdo hodně divnej. Noční můry, jo. OK.
The door won't budge.
Máš ještě jedno patro, no. Oh shit. Tohle je hotel, jo? Wow. Vypadá docela hodně. Může být tam 5 kulek, ne? 6. To je lékárna, to je na psycho a cihla nevím na co je cihla. Příliš mnoho náhod. No tak jo, takže my pozbíráme všechny možný vodítka a celý nám to pak dá dohromady ten příběh. Tak, poslední dveře. Ty pičo, co to je na tom obraze? Jako je to tady fakt divný.
Finally, you're awake. Gotta tell you,
To je
though,
taky ryba.
mister, you want to stay on here? You stop making all that noise.
S takým randálem.
Noise? What noise are you talking about?
I expect my guests to be respectable. Moans, chanting, all that kind of thing. It stops, all right?
Yeah, sorry about that. I don't really remember what happened, but I'll do my best.
Yeah? Well, next time it happens, you end up sleeping under the bridge like the other newcomers.
You're not exactly friendly with your guests. Are we the ones keeping you in business?
All these newcomers after the flood, they're stark raving mad.
What do you mean?
You can't imagine the crazy notes and books I find after they move out. Only thing they're good for is lighting the kitchen stove.
Can I have a look?
I knew it. I tell you, no one sane would be interested. And you want to take a look? Well, fine, fine. Take what you wish.
Ty vole, takových dalších informací. Tak jo, dáme tady pauzu. Já to savenu. Zatím konec a možná pak ještě budu pokračovat večer. Takže zatím díky. Čau.